Good morning, everyone. In the last session, we discussed about what is infrastructure and why we need to go for infrastructure. Infrastructure means the resources that are required to run our business. So if you want to run a project, if you want to run a company, then we need lot of resources. That is called infrastructure. So what resources we need to run a company, to run a project? We need servers, we need storage, security, network, power, and backup services are required. So if you purchase all these resources for your company, then that is called on-premise infrastructure. If you go for on-premise infrastructure, lot of money we have to spend, lot of time we have to spend, and we need to take care of scalability, we need to take care of availability, and we need to take care of a backup. So many challenges will be available when you go with the on-premise infrastructure. So to overcome these challenges, companies are using cloud infrastructure. So to overcome the challenges of on-premise infrastructure, we are using cloud infrastructure. So there are several companies in the market to provide IT infrastructure for rent. Those companies are called as cloud providers. Okay, you need a database, you need a server, you need storage, you need a network, you need a backup. Instead of you are purchasing that infrastructure on your own, you can take that infrastructure for rent from a company. That company is called cloud provider company. Okay, so who are called as cloud providers in the market? Amazon is available, Microsoft available, Google available, Salesforce available. All these are called as cloud providers. All these are called as cloud providers. And the next one, what is cloud computing? So cloud computing is nothing but the process of delivering IT resources. The process of delivering IT resources on demand basis through internet is called as cloud computing. So whatever the resources we need for our project, instead of we are purchasing those resources, we will take them for rent. So those companies providing the infrastructure for rent. So the process of taking IT resources on demand basis through internet based on pay as you go model is called cloud computing. Pay as you go model means pay the money for usage. So whatever you use, for that you need to pay the bill amount. So why we are going for cloud computing? So there are several advantages available with the cloud computing. So what are the advantages available? So low cost. So that means you don't need to do crores of rupees investment here. You don't need to do crores of rupees investment here when you go for the aid, when you go for any cloud platform. When you go for a cloud platform, you don't need to do crores of rupees investment here. Okay, because you are taking the things for rent. You are not purchasing the things here. If you purchase, then lot of money you have to spend. But if you want to take it for rent, then less cost only will be available. Whenever you want, you can increase the resources. When you don't want, you can decrease the resources. Scalability will be available, availability will be available, and the security also will be there for our infrastructure. Whatever the data, whatever the servers are available, cloud provider will take care of the security for our resources. And for our resources, unlimited storage. How much data you want to store, that much you can store by using cloud. And the next one, they will take care of backup also. They will take care of backup also. So this is what we have discussed in the last session. Can anyone tell me, can anyone tell me what is cloud computing and what are the benefits available with the cloud computing before going to start the session? Can anyone speak on this part? Can anyone tell me what is cloud computing and why we need to go for cloud computing? Come on, guys.
So cloud computing basically is the process of delivering IT resources on
Okay,
demand basis.
very good.
And if we require the infrastructures, then we will use. And what is the required? Simply we will use means we will pay and use.
Yes. What are the
Like
benefits available?
we are having benefits like means no investment and
Hmm.
scalability,
Hmm.
security,
Hmm.
backups, unlimited storage. These are
Hmm.
the some benefits we are
All right.
having.
All right. So when you go for when you go for this one, right? Cloud resources, lot of benefits are available. We don't need to do any investment here. Everything we are taking. When we want, we can use. When we don't want, we can return it back. Okay. So now there are several cloud providers available in the market, like Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Salesforce. Like this, there are several platforms available in the market. Now we are going to use one of the most famous cloud platform in the market, that is called AWS cloud. Okay, so what is this AWS cloud and why we are going for AWS cloud? AWS stands for Amazon Web Services. We are using AWS cloud. AWS stands for Amazon Web Services. That means Amazon company providing the services for the other companies through internet. Okay, so in the market there are lots of IT companies are available. Thousands of IT companies are available in the market. For these companies, Amazon company providing the IT services through web, through internet. That means, so for my company, we need one database. So instead of I am purchasing the database, I will go to AWS. I will take the database for rent. So to take the database for rent, should I go to Amazon company and should I talk to the Amazon owner? Not required. So I can take the database for rent from the internet only. So that is the reason it is called Amazon Web Services. For my project, I need 100 servers. So to take 100 servers, I no need to go and talk to Amazon owner. Okay. So whatever 100 servers I need, I can take directly from the internet by using Amazon website. So that is the meaning of Amazon Web Services. Amazon company providing the services through web. That's why they named it as Amazon Web Services. AWS started in the year of 2006. AWS, Amazon company providing Amazon started AWS cloud in 2006. Okay, AWS stands for Amazon Web Services. Amazon company started cloud services. Amazon company started AWS cloud in 2006. From that time onwards, AWS is providing cloud services for the people. In today 190 plus countries using AWS cloud services. Okay, 190 plus companies using 190 plus countries using, not companies guys, countries. So in 190 countries, AWS cloud services are getting used. AWS stands for Amazon Web Services. Amazon company started this AWS cloud in the year of 2006. So today 190 plus countries using AWS cloud services. AWS providing services across the globe. Okay, so instead of we are purchasing managing and maintaining infrastructure, simply we can take for rent from the AWS cloud. So instead of we are purchasing, managing and maintaining infrastructure, simply we can use AWS cloud infrastructure. We can use AWS cloud infrastructure. Are you getting my point? AWS stands for Amazon Web Services. This Amazon company started the cloud in the 2006 guys. From 2006 onwards, they are providing the cloud services in the market. What is the meaning of providing the cloud services? Whatever the infrastructure required for the IT companies, servers, databases, storage, security, network, backup, they are giving for rent. Okay. Now, in today's market, in 190 plus countries, AWS cloud services are getting used. So instead of we are purchasing, managing, and maintaining the infrastructure, simply we can use AWS cloud infrastructure. So we no need to bother about any administration part. AWS providing the services based on pay-as-you-go model. AWS providing services based on pay-as-you-go model. That means how much you use, for that you need to pay the bill amount. And here one important thing is AWS having global infrastructure. AWS is having global infrastructure. That means if AWS is providing the servers, AWS providing the database, security, storage, network, somewhere they should maintain their infrastructure, right? Instead of we are purchasing the infrastructure, simply we are taking the infrastructure for rent. Okay, so how AWS is maintaining the infrastructure? So across the globe, in any country, people can use AWS cloud. How AWS is providing that global infrastructure? AWS having global infrastructure using regions, and availability zones. So AWS people maintaining the infrastructure not in one place. AWS people having their infrastructure globally. So AWS follow a concept called region concept and availability zone concept. Let us see what is a region and what is the availability zone. So now if you see, this is called AWS data center. Can you guys see a diagram? Can you guys see a diagram?
Yes, sir.
Yes, so this is called data center. What is the meaning of data center? Data center is nothing but the building or the location where AWS people will maintain their infrastructure. So if you see the image, first image, this is outside look of the AWS data center. And if you see the left side image, you can see this is outside look of the data center. If you see the right side image, you can see inside look of the data center. This data center is nothing but server room. Data center nothing but server room. AWS people maintaining their infrastructure in the data center, and from there they are providing the services to other companies, so which is called cloud computing. So AWS people doing this business. So instead of every company purchasing and maintaining the infrastructure, AWS people have their infrastructure. That infrastructure they are giving for rent to other companies. So that is called cloud computing. The process of delivering IT resources over the internet with pay as you go model is called as cloud computing. The process of delivering IT resources on demand basis with pay as you go model. That means when you need any resource, you can take it from internet. Whatever the resource you are using, for that you need to pay the money. That is called cloud computing. So this AWS is there in the market from 2006 onwards. It is the very legacy cloud platform and very famous. 80% of the market share is with the AWS only. 80% of the market share is there with the AWS cloud only. Okay guys, next one. Here AWS having global infrastructure. What is the meaning of global infrastructure? Global infrastructure means they are having these kind of data centers in so many countries. Okay, because so for so many countries, for almost all the countries, AWS providing the infrastructure. How the AWS providing infrastructure for those many countries? By using data center concept. What is the meaning of data center? Data center is nothing but a server room where AWS will have their infrastructure. From there, they are providing the service to other companies. Okay, are you able to understand what is the meaning of data center now? Are you able to understand what is the meaning of data center now? Can anyone tell me what is data center?
Yeah, it is
So
just like a
from
server room where the
Yes,
server will be available.
data center is nothing but a server room. Okay, in which areas these server rooms are available, that area is called one region. Okay, so like this data centers will be available for the AWS. In the data center, their infrastructure will be available. In which city, in which area they will keep this data center, that city they will call as a region. So suppose if they have this data center in Hyderabad, then Hyderabad is called one region for the AWS. If they have this data center in the Mumbai, then Mumbai is called one region. A region nothing but a location where they are having the data centers. So AWS having multiple regions, nothing but in multiple regions AWS data centers available. Okay, so in which location, basically in which city they will keep like this a data center, they will set up a data center. That city they will consider as one region. Okay, in the India for AWS two regions available. One is Mumbai and the second one is Hyderabad. In the Mumbai they have like this data center, three data centers available in the Mumbai like this. In Hyderabad also 3 data centers available like this. And that data center building is very high secured building, guys, because in that building only AWS infrastructure will be available. AWS servers will be available. AWS database will be available. Security, network, power, storage, backup, everything will be there in the data center. So that's why this data center will be outside of the city, and tight security, high security will be available for the data center. Normal people cannot go to the data center. Okay, Amazon data center is available. So in Amazon data center, nothing but Amazon server room is available. In the Mumbai, Amazon having 3 data centers. In the Hyderabad, Amazon having 3 data centers. In the Mumbai, they are available from 2016 onwards. From 2016, Amazon data centers available in the Mumbai. In the Mumbai, 3 data centers available. In Hyderabad, from 2022, Hyderabad data center is available. In Hyderabad also, in Hyderabad region is available. In Hyderabad also, 3 data centers available like this. And these data centers will be outside of the city, not inside the city. Okay, so very high security will be there for Amazon data center. Data center nothing but server room. Okay, now if you see, so when I have prepared this PPT for the Amazon global infrastructure, 33 regions available, 105 availability zones available. 105 availability zones nothing but 105 data centers available in 33 cities across the world. In 33 cities, they are having 105 data centers. One region nothing but a location. In that location, one availability zone nothing but one data center. Definitely in every region, they will have more than one data center. In the India total, 6 data centers available, 3 data centers available in the Hyderabad, 3 data centers available in the Mumbai. So Mumbai is the first region in the India. Hyderabad recently started. From 2022, they consider Hyderabad as a AWS region. Okay, now let us see the global infrastructure map of the AWS, guys. So you can understand in which countries the regions available and in which region how many data centers available. Just go to Google and type AWS global infrastructure map. Okay, so if you type AWS global infrastructure map, then it will show you that. AWS global infrastructure map is available. Now same thing. So whenever I have prepared the PPT, so the numbers are same. 33 launched regions available and each with multiple availability zones. So total 33 regions available in the AWS. 33 regions nothing but in 33 cities they have the data centers. Those 33 cities are in the different countries, not only in the India. In the India, only 2 regions. Okay, and the next one, in every region, multiple zones will be available. Zones nothing but data center. So total 105 zones available for the AWS. 105 zones nothing but AWS having 105 buildings like this in the world. That is called global infrastructure. That's why AWS is providing the services to so many companies in the different countries. So in 190 plus countries, people are using AWS cloud services. Are you guys able to understand what is a data center, what is a region and availability zone? Region nothing but the city in which they have the data center. One data center is called as one availability zone. Okay, for every region, one code will be available. For every availability zone also, one code will be available. Scroll down. This is the AWS global infrastructure map. So in this map, if you come down and if you see India, in the India, see there are two symbols available. Okay, 2 circles available in the India, Mumbai. So if you keep your cursor on the first icon, Mumbai. Okay, Mumbai region launched in 2016. There are 3 availability zones available in the Mumbai. And the second one is Hyderabad. Launched in 2022, 3 availability zones available in the Hyderabad. So in the India, AWS having 2 regions. Okay, fine. So now if you see this can color, blue color box is there, that is nothing but already launched, region running. Whatever the red color is available, coming soon. So Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. In the Saudi Arabia, AWS is preparing their data center. Okay, and if you go to here in the Taiwan, data center is coming, Thailand data center is coming, Malaysia data center is coming, okay, Saudi Arabia data center coming, Milan data center is coming, Mexico data center is coming. Okay, so the red color circles nothing but upcoming data centers of AWS. This green color wala, that means already available. The data centers already available. So across the world, AWS is having 33 regions. In every region, multiple availability zones available. So total there are 105 availability zones available in the AWS. So now here, when you want to use AWS cloud services, when you are using AWS cloud services, you need to select a region. You want to take the AWS services from which region and from which data center. Okay, suppose always people will select the nearest region. Suppose if I am working from India, my project is in India, then my customers are India based customers, then I'm going to take the infrastructure from the AWS by connecting with the regions available in the India. Either I can choose Mumbai region or I can choose Hyderabad region. Suppose my project is running in the US, my project client is in US, my people are my customer base is US, then I will take the infrastructure from the AWS from the US regions. Okay, so which region is nearest for you? You connect with that region and you take the resources, you take the infrastructure from that region. So AWS is having global infrastructure. AWS is having global infrastructure. So whatever the resources you want to take from the AWS cloud for rental basis, AWS platform is available. AWS account you can create. Using this AWS account, you can take infrastructure for rent. That is called cloud computing. Amazon company providing the cloud services, we are using the cloud services. So Amazon will charge the rent for us. Okay, so rent from us. They will take the rent from us. How many services you will use, how much time you will use those services, for everything the charges will be applicable. Month end bill will be generated in the AWS. How your credit card bill is generating, similarly AWS cloud account bill also will be generated. Okay, how the credit card bill is generating, similarly AWS account bill also will be generated on monthly basis. So how much bill will be generated? Pay as you go model. How much you use, based on that the bill will be generated for you. Are you able to follow this? Now let me log in into the AWS cloud account. I hope all of you having the account in the AWS cloud, which is a free tier account only. All of you having the account in the AWS cloud, which is free tier account only. So let me log in into AWS cloud account with my email ID and password. Yeah. So once I log in into the AWS cloud, I came to my dashboard. I came to dashboard. So guys, when you log in into the AWS cloud through browser, this is called AWS console. So through web, we are trying to access AWS cloud platform, right? This is called AWS browser console. And I logged in with this username. Okay, this is my account ID. For every account, one ID will be generated. This is my AWS account ID. Okay, here you can see the region. So there is a drop down. So in the initial classes, I told you, when you log in into the AWS, check the region. So the region means, now you understood, that is the location where the data centers are available. So currently I connected with the Mumbai region. So Mumbai region code AP South 1. That means in the south, AP means not Andhra Pradesh, guys. AP means Asia Pacific. Okay, Asia Pacific. In the Asia, Mumbai is the first region they have configured. First region they have established. That's why they have given the code as AP South 1. In the Asia Pacific, Mumbai is the first region for the AWS. In 2016, they have started in that region 3 data centers available. So for every data center also one name will be available. AP South 1A, 1B, 1C. 1A, 1B, 1C. 3 data centers, A, B, C, that is the naming convention they are following. So from 2022, Hyderabad data center also started. Okay, Hyderabad is the second data center in the Asia Pacific. That's why the code is AP South 2. Asia Pacific, Hyderabad, AP South 2. So in the south, in the Asia Pacific South zone, 2 data centers available. One is Mumbai, another one is Hyderabad. Now, anyone working from the US, for them, 4 regions available: US East, North Virginia, Ohio, California, US West. In the US East, 2 regions available. In the US West, 2 regions available. So total in the US, 4 regions available. Okay. In the India, 2 regions: Mumbai, Hyderabad. In the US, in the East, 2 regions available. In the West, 2 regions are available. For those regions, you can see the code also. US East 1, East 2, West 1, West 2. Similarly, so if you see Canada, in the Canada, there is a data center. Europe is available. In the Europe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In European countries, they're having 5 regions. They're having 5 regions. Okay. So like this, AWS is having 33 regions like this. And in the 33 regions total, 105 availability zones available in order to perform our cloud computing operations. In order to perform cloud computing operations, AWS is providing global infrastructure. And here, guys, once you go to the AWS cloud, we can create free tier account in the AWS. We can create free tier account. Okay, 1 year validity. We can create free tier account in the AWS cloud. For that, 1 year validity will be available. So whatever the account you created for next 1 year, you can use that account for free of cost. In the AWS, guys, 200 plus services available. Okay, so if you want to take a machine, there is a service. For a database, there is a service. For security, there is a service. For network, there is a service. Similarly, in AWS cloud, we have 200 plus services. In AWS cloud, we have 200 plus services. Some are free and some are paid. Okay, all the 200 services are not free of cost, guys. Some services are free of cost in the AWS. Some services are paid in the AWS cloud. Some services are free of cost and some services are paid services in the AWS cloud. Are you able to follow me? Are you guys able to follow me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what is AWS, guys? AWS stands for Amazon Web Services. Amazon company started AWS cloud in the year of 2006. 190 plus countries using AWS cloud services. Instead of we are purchasing, managing and maintaining the infrastructure, simply we can use AWS cloud infrastructure. So that infrastructure headache should not be there for us. I will pay the money, you give me the service. I will focus on my development. I will focus on my business. I will focus on my sales. I will focus on my customers. I will focus on my growth. I don't want to take the headache of power issues, network issues, slow issue, scalability, availability, security, backup. I don't want to deal with such kind of issues. I want to deal with only development. I want to deal with my business, my revenue, company sales. That is important for me. I don't want to bother about servers issues. So that's why I will go for cloud computing. So AWS will take care of all those issues. You pay the money, AWS will give you service for you. From 2006, they are doing this business. Till today, there is no complaint on the AWS cloud. That much durable, that much reliable, that much scalable, available resources they are providing for you. So blindly we can trust AWS because so many big Fortune 500 companies are believing in the AWS. They are maintaining their infrastructure in the AWS. Now you see Netflix. Netflix is storing their data in the AWS cloud. Okay. Amazon Prime videos are available in the AWS cloud only. So all these companies, Fortune 500, topmost MNC companies are using cloud resources. If there is a security problem, why they will go for those? Why those companies will go for the cloud platform? Do you need to bother about the security? Do you think that AWS people will compromise on the security of our data? No. So that is the reason this AWS cloud is very famous in the market and very popular in the market. 80% of the market share is there with the AWS cloud. 80% of the market share is there with the AWS cloud. All right. So in the AWS,
Ashok, one quick question.
One minute. In the AWS cloud, we can create free tier account. When I say free tier account, 1 year validity will be available. 1 year you can use the AWS cloud services. Sir, for 1 year, can I use all the services in the cloud? No. Can I use all the services in the cloud? No. Some services are free, some services are paid. If we use paid service in the AWS, if we use paid service in AWS, bill will be generated. Okay, when you are using AWS, because we are beginners in the AWS now, first time you are working with AWS, so without knowing all the information, if you use any paid service in the AWS cloud, for example database, if you create a database in the AWS cloud, bill will be generated. So that bill generation based on pay as you go model, how much time you use the database, on hourly basis bill will be generated. If we use paid service in AWS, bill will be generated. So then what we need to do once the bill is generated? AWS will deduct money from our accounts directly? No. AWS will not deduct money from our accounts. At the time of creating the AWS free tier account, we have given our credit card or debit card details, right? But AWS will never auto deduct the amounts. Okay, there is no auto deduction concept in the AWS. In AWS, bill amount auto deduction will not happen. You are safe here. Whereas if you go for the Azure and GCP, if the bill is generated automatically, they will deduct from your card. But in the AWS, bill amount auto deduction will not happen. So you need to pay the amount if you want. Month end bill will be generated. AWS will send reminders. If we don't pay bill amount, AWS will suspend our account. That's it. Okay, your account, whatever the account that you have created in the AWS, your account will be deactivated if you don't pay the bill amount. Whatever the account you created in the AWS, that account will be deactivated if you don't pay the bill amount. AWS will not auto deduct money from your account. Okay, and as a student, as a beginner, we can request AWS support team to get free credits. That means I am new to AWS. I want to practice AWS services. I want to practice some paid services also. Then we can talk to AWS support team and we can get the free credits from the AWS. That means they will give you $1,000 bill free of cost. So you can use the cloud services for $1,000 bill amount. So then if you have the free credits, you no need to pay. It will deduct the amount from your free credits only. And by mistake, if a bill got generated, you can ask the support team to make your bill amount as a 0. For example, I got the AWS bill amount. So I got the bill amount as $10. Okay, AWS sending the reminders, Ashok, pay the $10 bill amount. I don't want to pay because I'm a student. Then if I don't pay the bill, my account will be suspended. I don't want to pay the bill, but I want to use my free tier account for next 1 year. Then I can talk to AWS support team and I will request them to make my bill amount as 0. Yes, they will do that also. So in the previous DevOps batch, one person got the bill amount of $150. So we discussed with the AWS support team. The team member responded properly and they made his bill amount as 0. He no need to pay anything. He can use his account for the next 1 year. Like this, by mistake, if you use any paid service, bill will be generated. You no need to pay that bill amount and auto deduction will not happen. We can ask AWS team to make it as 0. Yes, they will do it for 1 or 2 times. Every month they will not do. 1 or 2 times they will support that and 1 or 2 times they will make your bill as 0. So you no need to pay anything. I will show you how to request the support team to make bill as 0. Okay, I think in our YouTube also I posted that video how to make bill amount as 0 in the AWS cloud. I will share that link for you guys. Because this is common in every batch. In every batch, people are using, in my every JRTP batch, in my DevOps batch, people are using AWS accounts. So many people will use by mistake paid services also, and they will get the bill amount. Then they will ask me, sir, I got the bill amount, my account will get suspended. What to do? Then I will tell them, talk to AWS support team and submit a request to waive off your bill. Then 1 or 2 times they will make your bill amount as 0. Okay, we are safe in the AWS here. It is a free tier account. Okay, if bill is generated, auto deduction will not happen. If you want, you can pay. If you don't pay, they will send reminder and they will close your account. If you don't want to lose your account, you submit a request for making bill amount as 0 and take some free credits from the AWS. Then we can use it with paid services also for our knowledge purpose. Yeah. Are you clear with my point? Yeah. Now, anyone having any question, you can ask me.
So here, region is nothing but a geographical location, and the availability zones are data centers, right, Ashok?
Correct.
So these data centers are located at the same place, or they are spread across the city?
No. Whenever there is a data center, AWS will maintain minimum 100-kilometer distance for each data center.
Okay, that means in Hyderabad there are 3 locations.
Yeah, Hyderabad, east, west, north.
Okay. And
so
in
if
your
the data
account,
center is available in the same position, there is no use, right? Suppose if any natural disaster happened, if any earthquake happened, everything will be collapsed, right? So to maintain backup of our data, they will maintain multiple data centers in one region and in different places. So when I say Hyderabad having 3 data centers not in one place. 3 data centers, each data center will have 100-kilometer distance.
Okay.
So how the ring road will be there for the city, right? Throughout the city, outside of the city. Similarly, data centers will be available in the 3 different places, and minimum distance 100 kilometers they will maintain. For each data center, 100 kilometers distance they will maintain.
For your account, it is Hyderabad location is disabled.
It is not available, sir. It is not enabled for me. Whenever I have created this account, it is not enabled. I need to talk to the support team to get it activated. By default, it is not activated. So we are creating a free tier account, right? For the free tier account, all the regions are not enabled.
Oh.
If you create a commercial account, then all the regions will be enabled. So whenever we create the account, first it will ask what type of account? Free tier account. When I go for a free tier account, some regions are disabled. Hyderabad is disabled for me. If I want it, then I need to talk to the support team, or I need to convert my account into paid account. Business account. Basically business account we need to use. In the companies, they will use business account. Here we are in the training. For our practice, we are using free tier account.
So in real time, we will create the account, or
no, sir. In the real time, for every project, one account will be available. Company level account will be available. They will give the access for the AWS account, and they will pay the bill amount. Client will pay the bill amount. How to create the accounts for the users, we will discuss in the cloud concept. There is a service for that.
Okay. So we will only use the services, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So do they have only pay-as-you-go model, or for example, some established organizations? So they use it for long term. So they have any kind of annual plan?
So that is also available. First basic is pay as you go. If you want long-term commitment, advance payments also available. And bidding option also available. Spot payments available. So there are multiple varieties.
Okay.
Yeah. So with this we understood several concepts here. We got the clarity on what is IT infrastructure. Okay. And what is the meaning of on-prem infrastructure, on-premise infrastructure? What are the challenges with the on-prem infrastructure? Is there any challenge with on-prem, or there is no challenge with on-prem?
Yes, right? There is a challenge with
challenge. Is there or challenge is not there?
Challenge.
Lot of
challenges are there. Cloud computing. Advantages with the cloud computing. Advantages with cloud computing. AWS cloud introduction. Regions and availability zones. Availability zone means agent. Basically, we'll call it as a agent. How many regions available in the AWS?
33 regions, 105 zones.
In the AWS cloud, 33 regions available and 105 availability zones available. AWS is providing global infrastructure by using these regions, and AWS providing infrastructure for the companies based on pay-as-you-go model. Instead of we are purchasing, maintaining, and managing the infrastructure, simply we can take the infrastructure for rent from the AWS cloud. Simply we can take infrastructure for rent from the AWS cloud. Okay. All right. Now, we need to understand what are the services available in the AWS. So as a software engineer, we need to understand what is cloud computing. Okay, we got the basic idea what is cloud computing, what are the advantages with the cloud computing, what is infrastructure, what is on-prem infrastructure, what is cloud infrastructure, what are the challenges with on-prem infrastructure, what are the advantages with the cloud infrastructure, what is AWS cloud, and what AWS business is, what AWS is doing in the market, how the AWS providing infrastructure for all the countries, what is the region, what is the availability zone. I hope you got the clarity on this. Come on, guys. Guys, you got the clarity? Any questions, anybody so far? Any questions, anybody so far? Come
Sir,
on,
on-premise infrastructure and IT infrastructure, what difference between these two?
Sir, IT infrastructure means all the servers we need. That is called IT infrastructure, IT resources. On-premises means the IT infrastructure you are purchasing and you are managing. If you manage your IT infrastructure on your own, then you are called as you are using on-premises infrastructure.
Okay. Okay, sir.
For your company, for your project, for your business, what infrastructure is required? If you are managing that on your own, then it is called on-premise. There are some challenges.
Yes.
To overcome those challenges, we are going for cloud computing. So when you go for cloud computing, other company will manage our infrastructure. We will pay the money for them as a rent, pay as you go model. So there are several cloud platforms available in the market. AWS is the legacy and very famous, very popular, and good market share is there with the AWS. How AWS providing the infrastructure for the companies? Because of their global infrastructure. AWS having global infrastructure. So in 190 plus countries, people are using AWS cloud, right? So in the AWS cloud, there are several regions available and availability zones also available. Regions and availability zones available in the AWS cloud. One region is nothing but one geographical location, and in the one location, multiple data centers will be available. Every data center is called as one availability zone. In the US, 4 regions available, okay, and in India, 2 regions available. In every region, more than one data center will be available, and for every data center, they will maintain some distance. Whenever you are creating the infrastructure, you need to select the region, you need to select the availability zone.
Yes, got it.
Good, perfect.
So, are there any limitations for free account?
Some,
like, can we use the 200 plus services?
Yeah, what all the services are available, you can use it. You can use it, but bill will be generated.
Okay.
Sir, how to create that AWS account?
Sorry?
How to create that AWS account, sir?
You have not created as of now?
No, today is my first class. Today I joined.
Today is your first class. So are you part of WhatsApp group?
Just now, yes, joined.
Yeah, I will share the videos in that group, sir. Already in the last 1 week only we created the AWS account and we completed Linux topics also.
Okay. First,
Yeah.
as of now, Linux and AWS topic is completed, sir.
Linux completed, AWS is started. Yesterday AWS is started. Do you have backup videos option?
Yeah, yes. Sir.
Yeah, just go through those videos. I think 5 to 6 classes completed on the Linux operating system. Okay, that Linux is very, very important. Yesterday we started what is cloud computing. Today is the second class on the AWS.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, good. Fine, guys. So in the AWS, there are 200 plus services available. Once you log in into the AWS cloud account, you can see what all the services available. It will display AWS console. It will display the AWS console. So here, if you go here, AWS services will be available. That means what operations that you want to perform on the AWS, for that AWS services are available. Suppose I want to create virtual machine, for that one service will be available. I want to create one database, for that one service will be available. I want security, one service. I want a network, one service. Okay. So for everything, there is a service in the AWS cloud. So if you go to here, AWS services, when you click on this, analytics related services available, application integration services, blockchain services, business applications, computing services, containers services available, database services are available, developer tools are available, end user computing is available, front end web mobile services, game development, Internet of Things, machine learning, management, media services, migration services, robotic services, quantum technologies, security, storage, like this. There are so many services are available in the AWS cloud. So that is the reason I'm saying in the AWS cloud we are having 200 plus services. Some services are free, some services are paid. We can use all of them from the free tier account, but for paid services, bill will be generated. Okay. So AWS services. What are the services available in the AWS cloud? Okay. So let's understand few services. I'm not talking about all the services. Okay, we are talking about few services which are important for Java developers. AWS services. There is a service called EC2. There is a service called EC2. EC2 service stands for Elastic Compute Cloud. EC2 stands for Elastic Compute Cloud Virtual Servers. I want to take 10 servers. When I say server, a machine. So in the real time, when we say server, server is nothing but one machine. Okay, if you want to take virtual servers for rent in the AWS cloud, then you should use one service called EC2 service. EC2 stands for Elastic Compute Cloud. Why it is called Elastic? Elastic means we can increase and we can decrease. Okay, it can be extended, right? Similarly, whatever the virtual machine you create in the AWS, based on the requirement, you can increase the capacity, you can decrease the capacity of the machine. I can take 4 GB RAM. In future, I can extend to 8 GB RAM, extend to 16 GB RAM. If I don't want, I can come back to 1 GB RAM. Like Elastic, it can grow, it can shrink also. So that is the reason they named it as EC2. EC2 stands for Elastic Compute Cloud. Elastic Compute Cloud service is used to create virtual servers. That means machines. For my project, I need 20 machines. I can take 20 machines for rent in the AWS by using a service called EC2. EC2 stands for Elastic Compute Cloud, which is used to take virtual servers. The next one, there is a service called S3 service is available. S3 stands for Simple Storage Service. Okay, Simple Storage Service, which is used for unlimited storage. Okay, if you want to store your files, like suppose if you see Naukri, so many people resumes will be available, so many people images will be available. All those files we are going to store in the S3 file storage. Okay, so in the database will be available for a project. Database is used to store the data, text data, but binary data, audios, videos, images, PDFs, Word document, Excel files, such kind of files we are going to store in the S3. S3 stands for Simple Storage Service. S3 will provide unlimited storage for us. Any amount of data from any location at any point you can store in the S3. S3 is a storage service. EC2 is nothing but Elastic Compute Cloud, which is used to create virtual servers. Okay. After this S3, there is a service called RDS. RDS stands for Relational Database Service. Okay. To set up relational databases, RDBMS. Okay. For my project, I need one database. Instead of I am creating and managing the database on my own, I will go with the RDS in the AWS cloud. When I go for RDS, you can set up your database in the cloud. Your application can connect with the cloud database. You can set up a database in the cloud and your application can connect with the cloud database guys. RDS nothing but relational database service. Okay, next one, there is a service called IAM. IAM stands for Identity and Access Management. IAM stands for Identity and Access Management. Users, groups, and roles. Okay, so which user should access our project AWS account, we can decide by using IAM. Currently, when I log in into the AWS cloud account, so if you see, when you go to the AWS cloud account, when you create your free tier account, by default, your AWS account is called as a root account. That means if you see, when you are trying to log in the AWS, you are selecting as a root user with email ID password you are trying to log in. Root user is a default user account. It is very powerful user account. Root user account can access everything in the AWS. But tomorrow in the company, you cannot use root account. So in the company, they will give you IAM account. So tomorrow once you join in the company, you need to log in into the AWS cloud as a IAM user like this, not as a root user. For your practice, you created your own AWS account, so that is called as a root account. Root account can access everything in the AWS cloud. But when you go for the real time in the project, they will not give you root account. They will give you IAM account. That means for every team member, one user account will be created and a group will be available. So to manage the users, groups and roles in the AWS, there is a service called IAM service is available. IAM stands for Identity and Access Management. IAM stands for Identity and Access Management. Are you able to follow this? EC2, Elastic Compute Cloud. S3, Simple Storage Service. RDS, Relational Database Service. IAM, Identity and Access Management. And next one, VPC will be available, Virtual Private Cloud. VPC stands for Virtual Private Cloud, which is providing network. It is providing the network for the resources in the AWS cloud. Okay, so for our resources, whatever the machine we are creating, whatever the database we are creating in the cloud, that machine required a network. Then only we can access that machine. If there is no network for the machine, we cannot access that machine. So that is the reason in the AWS cloud, there is a service called VPC service available. VPC stands for Virtual Private Cloud. It will provide network for the resources in the AWS. Whatever the virtual server, whatever the database you are creating, for those resources, network is required. That network will be provided by VPC. VPC stands for Virtual Private Cloud. Okay, and the next one, there is a service called Route 53 service is available. Route 53, nothing but DNS. This is used for domain mapping. Okay, gmail.com, facebook.com, ashokit.com, linkedin.com, naukari.com. So how you are able to access a project by using that domain name, facebook.com, gmail.com. For that, there is a domain mapping. To do the domain mapping, there is a service called Route 53 service is available. Route 53 service is available, which is called as a DNS service in the AWS, which is used for domain mapping. And the next one, there is a service called EKS. EKS stands for Elastic Kubernetes Service. Elastic Kubernetes Service, Kubernetes cluster. Okay. So in the real time, we are going to set up the Kubernetes cluster by using EKS service in the AWS cloud. EKS stands for Elastic Kubernetes service, which is providing the cluster to run our Kubernetes applications. And there is a concept called Lambdas concept is available. Lambdas concept is available. Lambdas are used for serverless computing. Okay, run application without thinking about the servers. Okay, to run your applications, you no need to think about the servers. Servers will be taken care by AWS. Okay, servers will be taken care by AWS when you run your application by using Lambda. Lambda nothing but serverless computing. It is used to run the application without thinking about the server. Okay. So like this, there are so many services available. And there is another service called CloudWatch service is available for monitoring, to monitor the resources. Whatever the services we are creating, okay, monitor resources. I created one machine, how the machine is working, how is the performance of the machine, is there any issue with the machine? Such kind of monitoring we can do by using a service called CloudWatch. CloudWatch is used to monitor the resources. CloudWatch is used to monitor the resources. EC2 stands for Elastic Compute Cloud, which is used to create virtual servers. S3 stands for Simple Storage Service, which is used to perform storage. Unlimited storage will be available in the S3. RDS, Relational Database Service. You can create a database in the cloud platform. Okay. IAM, Identity and Access Management. So which users should access our AWS cloud? Which user can perform which operation in the AWS cloud? We can manage by using IAM service. VPC, nothing but Virtual Private Cloud. To provide the network for the resources, we will use VPC. Route 53. Route 53 service is used for domain mapping in the AWS cloud. EKS, Elastic Kubernetes service, which is used to set up the Kubernetes cluster. Lambdas. Lambdas are used for serverless computing. You can run your application without thinking about the servers when you go for Lambdas. Next one, CloudWatch. CloudWatch is used to monitor the resources in the AWS cloud. So like this 200 services available. For every requirement, there is a service. But as a developer, we are going to work with a few services here. How much is required for the Java developer from the AWS cloud, that we are going to learn in the next 1 week of time.
Ashok, how to identify paid services and free services?
I will tell you. So when I am explaining the services, I will tell you, whenever you go for the service, the AWS will tell you clearly whether it is a paid service or free service. So in the AWS console, when you open a service, it will tell you what is the pricing model for that service, how much bill they will charge. Okay.
A load balancer and scalability of the
Load
EC2
balancer
application, where
auto
does it
scaling
fit?
comes under EC2 only, sir. They are not separate services, they are part of EC2.
Okay.
Sir, one doubt. Generally, in organization, what are the minimum mandatory services used to use in organization?
These are the bare minimum services that everybody will use.
EC2, S3, RDS, IAM,
Yeah, VPC, Route 53,
Route
EKS,
53,
Lambdas,
EKS, Lambda,
CloudWatch.
CloudWatch. Yeah. So minimum we have to use these many services.
You should have, whether they are using or not, you should have idea. If you know these services, then you will get the idea how the infrastructure will run in the cloud.
I've seen CloudWatch and Lambda and S3, RDS, EC2 and VPC Route 53, EKS.
Yes.
These three, like Route 53. It's like a developer work is there in a Route 53.
So domain mapping is not a developer work, sir. So here, whenever I say IAM, it is not a developer work. DevOps people will create this. Network also DevOps people will create. Database also DevOps people. Everything. The infrastructure will be managed by DevOps people, but you should know how they are managing, how to use the cloud services. Okay. EKS cluster, DevOps people will create all these things. They will take care. Okay. But as a developer, you should have the idea how to use them. Give me 1 week of time so that you will get better clarity. What is your role and what are your roles and responsibilities in the cloud computing?
Okay.
This is just basic idea. What are the services available? There are 200 plus services available. I have listed down the most important services in the AWS cloud and what is the purpose of those services.
Sir, whatever
Ashok, is there a
whatever services you have mentioned,
Firoz,
services.
Suryakanta, voice is not audible for me, very low voice.
Sir, am I audible now?
No, sir. Voice is very low. I can't hear you properly.
Now, sir, is it okay?
Yeah, it's okay. Better. Yeah, tell me.
Yes, sir. Actually, means whatever services you have mentioned, all services you will be cover or not?
Not all services, sir. We are going to see EC2, S3, RDS, IAM, Route 53, EKS. Yeah, almost all. Except this networking, we are going to cover almost all the services. Yes.
The Lambda also?
Lambda also. Yeah. Lambda is important for the developers. Sir.
Okay.
Sir, there is a service called Elastic Beanstalk.
Yeah, that also you can use, but in the real time, we don't use that, sir.
Okay.
That is used to run the web application only, Beanstalk service. I can show that also if required. That will provide a platform to run your application.
Okay. Okay.
Elastic Beanstalk service. I can keep that here. Beanstalk. To run your application directly without setting up any infrastructure. Beanstalk. Platform as a service.
So does so AWS has a kind of marketplace, Ashok, like Azure, they have marketplace. So even if I want a service,
still, sir, Azure is having good demand. There is no doubt. Azure also having good demand. GCP now it started market for the GCP also, but market share most of the companies are still with the AWS. 80% of market share with the AWS.
For example, I want a service which is not part of these 200 services. So can we still request for that one? In Azure, we have like third parties are providing a marketplace, like they have their services as part of
AWS
marketplace.
also
Like
marketplace is there.
Okay.
Sir, what about API gateway?
All right. And guys, whatever the services that we are going to discuss, a very quick overview that I have given in one of the video. So before coming to the session, I want you, that is 30 minutes video. In 30 minutes video, I covered some services in the AWS cloud. AWS cloud 30 minutes tutorial is available. AWS crash course, I have uploaded on video. AWS crash course in 30 minutes of time. So in this 30 minutes of time, I covered some services in the AWS, guys. So yeah, if you go through those videos before coming to the next session, then I think I will find that video. Where is that? I will check that and I will share that video. So I have covered few services in the AWS cloud practically in 30 minutes of time. I will share that video. Please go through that video before coming to next session. We have next JRTP class on Monday, guys. This Saturday, I'm not taking the class for you. Sunday, we have a class. Sunday is a workshop. Sunday workshop is Spring Boot with WhatsApp integration. By using Spring Boot application, how to send the messages to the WhatsApp directly. Okay, WhatsApp business API integration we are going to learn on the Sunday. Sunday morning 9 a.m. workshop is available. Tomorrow there is no class for JRTP. So I hope I'm clear. Sunday we have workshop for Spring Boot with WhatsApp integration. That is a free workshop. Different Zoom link will be available. I will share that Zoom link in our WhatsApp group. Okay, and Monday we have the next class. In the Monday session, we are going to start with the AWS services practice. Practically, we are going to set up the AWS services. For tomorrow, what is the task? I'm going to give you my AWS crash course video in 30 minutes of time. I have explained how to work with AWS services as a developer. Just to go through that video today and try to do some practice before coming to tomorrow's session. Then Sunday workshop, Monday we will start with AWS services practice. Is this clear for all of you?
Sir, Sunday timing?
Yes.
Workshop
9 a.m.
9
IST.
Okay.
I will share the details in the WhatsApp group.
Thank you.
Okay, good guys. Thank you.
Sir, one doubt actually.
Yeah, Brandon.
So in order to explain this AWS services, we need some application, right?
Right. We will develop that in the class.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is regarding S3 and RDS. So these both are for the storage, right? So RDS is okay. It's RDBMS. For S3, what sort of data we save?
Files, or any file you can store in the S3.
So it's like a drag and drop like this, or?
We will see that. We'll see that.
All right.
You can upload the file, drag and drop. You can upload through code also. Multiple ways you can do that.
Yeah.
Sir, I have one doubt. Sir, I am not able to
As
deploy my Spring Boot application on Linux.
Yes. Did you complete that?
Sir, I am not able to deploy. I have completed all the steps, but
Okay.
once I am running that 8080 on websites like on
Okay.
Chrome, I am not able to get
So
the
send
output.
me a message to the group, sir. After my class is completed, we will connect and we will see. I will connect with you personally.
Sir, in real time, are they using Spring Cloud Gateway or AWS Gateway something?
It depends, sir. Some projects are using Cloud Gateway. Some projects are using AWS API Gateway.
Oh, okay, sir.
Ashok sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, can you help me with the link of that AWS crash course, sir?
I will share in the WhatsApp group, sir.
Okay.
In our WhatsApp group, I will
Sir,
share it.
I missed it for a couple of minutes. Did we need to go through any of the integrations with Spring Boot?
As part of AWS Cloud?
Yeah, yes, sir.
I will tell you, sir. You don't need to worry. I will discuss in the class.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, I think someone already posted in the group. You can check it.
Hello, Ashok sir. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, sir.
Sir, in real time, where is we have to deploy our Spring Boot application exactly in the AWS service?
In the real time, we are going to deploy our application in the Kubernetes cluster. In the EKS, we are going to deploy our application.
Okay.
Yeah. Fine, guys. Someone shared that video link in the group also. Please go through that before coming to Monday session. Tomorrow we don't have a class. Thank you, guys.
thank you, Ashok. Have a good day.